So yeah, if we just open this topic right now, and I think it's really important topic because I just spoke about this thing, but I just wrote about this thing and I didn't really spoke uh, about this thing at this video. Um, so look, I don't really know why, but until this time, I just have emotional about this person. I just remind myself sometimes, you know, um, the laughing that actually was, and the fucking jokes that was with this person, and I don't really know why, but it so changed me because from this point that I just succeed to connect with somebody with this first person. It changed me in a so different way. And I just remember that all the time you just alone, all the time nobody really understand, and mm, oh my god, I don't really know. I don't really know what I just can say in this point. Um, but if we talk about this person that actually was in the school, um, I just can say that every day on my school, I just approximately of a suffering. I just approximately suffer from every day, because if that was in the previous basic school, uh, before I just arrived to the last school that I just finished the basic school in. uh, I just was a pretty I just was a pretty fucking fat person, a fat child. And it was a fucking a children like a children that want to play, that want to laugh, that want to joke. Maybe it was a children that you know was in a really on safety economy at the home or something like that. And it's something that you actually see on the child most of the time, because you know I think that the joke that that this type of a child that should have is a pretty different than the joke that the other type of a child had. And because it was not really good economy, um school. That was a pretty school that there is I can say badly child, a lot of a badly child. And I also was a different, but you know this child a pretty just fucking make me suffer, just bring me a fucking approximately slap on the back, and just run away, because I just couldn't run because I just was so fat. So that's actually what I did every time, again, 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 and that was pretty awful. And it was approximately a year. And eventually, also the previous basic school was also like that. Approximately, because it's the same economy, the same fucking approximately children. um and it was really hardly to just understand all the thing. And maybe I just needed to take this thing as as a more easily, because that's what I did. Okay, that's what I did. Okay, there is a really fat fucking child that actually in the school, and they just learn from, I don't really know, but that's actually their money that they have, and that's actually the thing that they learn, maybe from people that near to them. Just that's actually the way to love, that's actually the way to joke. And I just don't really need to take care about this thing, and I just don't really need to abuse about this thing. Of course, that's what I just needed to fucking thought in the same time. But I just was a child, so I really trauma about it. Um, and after fucking approximately of 5 year 4 year in this type of a school, I just arrived to a really you know I I society of a school, eye level, that people with a really nicely placed, a really nicely actually good school, a good school with that everybody really nicely and really everything. And if we actually talk about this thing, I just arrived for this position when I also really close, and I also really strange, and I also really everything, because I just passed away after tons of a fucking time that I just was in a fucking suffering every time, again, again, again. So I just get so much shit. So I just this shit actually was stuck on me. Even I just arrived to a really nicely place, and that was a really nicely place. Um, Most of the time, and and I think that I just was a pretty nicely child, and it's actually fucked my brain very very hardly. And surprisingly, after approximately half of a year, uh, this, I don't know if it's ordinary child or not, slightly of a strangely, but a really nicely child just try to get near of me, just speak with me and everything like that. And I just see that suddenly I fucking laugh with somebody. It just never happened. And because all the time that actually was I just maybe spoke with a strangely people in the fucking other school or something like that. And that's nothing excited, but suddenly I just can laugh and just practice my brain how I fucking you know laugh somebody else, and how it's work. And you know and surprisingly I just understand that I just fucking have a really nicely skill of humoristic, a really nicely skill of how we can say this thing, of a laughing, of make other people fucking laughing about the position, even I just a child. I just understand that I just succeed to do it. and and surprisingly I just you know isn't really the stranger in the room. I just spoke with somebody that actually understand my fucking laughing. Even we just don't really friend. I just never was in this fucking home of this friend. um but every day we just talk and just laugh about a different fucking jokes. And then eventually I just, so practiced about this thing and so nicely about this fucking humoristic that I just had. So I just opened for a different thing. I just opened, to fucking, you know, just fucking talk and laugh and make a joke with other people, with other, and just understand, the mechanic of a people, how it's work. Okay, because that's actually the basic. You just, just started from the basic, and you just rise and rise and rise and rise, and it's up. Hardly hardly at difficult to just say and just, explain this thing I just, thought. But it's feel that every time there is somebody here. Okay, there is somebody here. How much, it's actually stupid it is, because it is not really friend. It's not really, because you don't really do something more than laugh with, himself, and with the thing that actually happened, with the fucking memes, and with the fucking everything. You don't really fucking, do something more. You don't really, meet with this fucking friend. You don't really, do something else than just, wake up in the morning, just go for school, and just meet with this person. But this friend and this, person is so much for you, because, first it was the basic. It was, the first time that you just, make something, with you. And, and especially because this person actually saw you in the so, badly, position. And, again, that's actually was, the same in the person that actually was, at the platform, at the digital that I just meet with. And, again, this person was actually see you in this, it is so badly position, when you just was so badly about everything. And that's actually what the other person in the school saw me, again, in the same badly position, in the same position. I can't connect with somebody. I just don't know what actually happened, because I just so fucking fucked right now, and I just pretty shocked about everything. And I just don't really know where I am and what I do, because I just passed away about so fucking suffering year. And I think, it's absolutely amazing, both of the thing. And I think that I just, find what it actually was. The thing that you arrive for so down and so badly place, and there is a person that take her. There is a person that they're here, and he just continue to be here, and he just, just, um see you all the time, when you just, fall, when you just feel badly, when you just, you know are really worse, they're really, down, they're really fall right now. He just see you in all these position, and he just continue to laugh with you, continue to be with you. And I think, that's actually what make me in it so nicely, because, I just say to myself, so much time in this basic school, so much time. I just pretty remember this thing. How much I fucking lucky that I just had this person. And this is a pretty fucking, something that if this person, was actually, you know, thought about this thing, it was a fucking laugh. It was a fucking laugh, really, really about me, because he just twists. And, we don't afraid. You don't know. I don't know what you fucking do. I don't know what you fucking, but he just, we fucking laugh about this thing. And he just was, a pretty fucking shock. But, you know, I think it's amazing how much it's unknown, but how much it's known for me, that this person actually saved approximately my life, because I just, could to to just be in a place that nobody really care. And, and all the time I just, I don't really have this person that we with me when I down and when I rise, and when I down and when I rise, and when I down and when I rise. That's actually wasn't. That's actually,